Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing a reading here for Cath, basing it on the star sign Aries. And we're going to start off with an overview of your life, and then we'll look at where relationships, work and career, health and money, and where the year's heading. So a few different things, and if we get a chance to look at anything else, we certainly will. So straight away I'm being drawn to you here as the earth sign here, and you're coming out as the Queen of Wands, and that's you. And sort of sitting next to you here is where you've got to start communicating your thoughts a little bit now about what you're thinking and feeling. So in other words, you've got to start sort of laying it all out a little bit. But you're also coming out here as the very independent woman, which is great. But I feel like as time goes by, you're going to start to become more and more independent. So I feel as though this is good, so do embrace that. And I just feel as though don't let anything now get in your way or hold you back. Because sometimes here, there's certain people around you, they're coming out as the devil, and see the ball and chain here showing like I'm being held back. So it's like certain people around you almost like blocking you. But also with that as well, I get a bit of jealousy. So don't let them interfere. But there's not a lot you can do about jealousy. It's just, just sort of know it's there, analyse it a little bit, but don't worry about it too much. But you've got so much potential, because he's the potential that you've got now to make changes, focus on your goals, earn more money, and go out there and start making it all happen. But for all this to unfold, you've got some massive decisions to make. Now, this is your victory sword, your sword of Excalibur. So this is saying, look, you will make the right decisions and choices, but I do get this feeling you're not going to rush into it. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But do bear in mind, the quicker you make your decisions, the quicker your life will move forward. But what it's all about for you now is getting balance in your life. So whatever energy you put into things now, you've got to make sure it's working for you. But at the end of the day, you've got this good solid base now to build upon things. And I feel some this is what you've got to focus on. Now, don't get me wrong, there's going to be little setbacks for you to get where you need to be. But the more you get on with it, the quicker you'll get there. So, and I feel so once you start this new path, it does feel like you're not waiting around for things to take off. It's like things are going to happen very quickly, because this is your speed card. This is things flying through the air now, very thick and very fast. So you just almost like get an idea, start it tomorrow, and you're not waiting years for it to sort of kick in. Could be weeks, months, it could be even days. So I just feel so that's good. But it is like you've got to do a bit of soul searching now. And with this soul searching, I always look at it as different than thinking. It's like you'll look at the past a little bit about what you've done, where you've been. You'll look at the people that you connect with, people that we've lost, places that we've been, and all that's great. But do make sure you're looking forward as well. But other than that, I just feel as though everything seems to be lifting up in the right way. I just kind of get this feeling at the moment. I'm almost like in this kind of limbo period where life is neither good nor bad at the moment. And I always say, do you know what? It's not a bad place to be. Definitely isn't. But it's all about pushing forward now, making things happen, not shying away from those goals. And the more you can push it, the better it is for you. I also feel as though money's going to be picking up around you. And I just feel as though, and sometimes you're a bit confused about relationships, but we'll look at that in a bit more detail. But sometimes when it comes to relationships, I've got you being a little bit guarded, a bit protective of yourself. And I feel like the more you can open up now and speak your mind and show your thoughts and feelings and show who you truly are, it's like all of a sudden you're coming back from that sort of guarded person to the more outgoing woman that you can be. And I also feel as though career's got to be sorted out as well. So a lot of things have got to be looked at. A lot of things have got to be sorted. But it is all good. But do watch out for a man I can see here where it just feels though it's almost like he's frustrating you. And he kind of keeps his feelings to himself. And that sort of winds you up a little bit. It's almost like I can see you having arguments with him. But I just get the feeling, really, you're going about it the wrong way. And you're looking at him in the wrong way. Because he isn't doing anything negative against you. It's just him being him. It's like he keeps his thoughts and feelings to himself a little bit. And I can see this winding you up and frustrating you. But it just feels that you've got to start saying to yourself, well, look, I've got my own personality. He's got his own personality. And if you can't accept him for who he is and what he is, then maybe it's time for you to let go and move on. Now, I'm not saying to do that, but I just get this feeling you're wanting him to change. You can't change somebody. You just can't do that. It's like you've got to accept them for who they are. And this is what it's all about. If you don't accept them, don't work. So this is where I feel as though you've got to start sort of sitting back a little bit and doing a bit of self-analysing now about what it is you're looking for. But another way of looking at him is he lets you get on with things. So in other words, he doesn't control you, doesn't mind you. But I feel so, and that's good. But if you could just accept him now, then I feel like you're onwards and upwards. And I feel like you can. It's just I feel as though you're just trying to change him, and sometimes I feel as though I can understand why you're doing that, but it ain't going to work. Ask yourself, can you change you? Could he change you? Could he change you to be quiet within yourself when you're going to start speaking your mind more and becoming more outgoing? Doesn't happen, does it? And you might say to yourself, well, if I'm becoming more outgoing, I'm changing. Yeah, that's a fair comment. But the thing is, that's always been there. But I feel as though it's been locked away a little bit. And I just feel as though when it's been triggered up from the past and you become a bit guarded, a bit protective of yourself. Whereas him, he's been the same from the day he's been born. So in other words, you're getting what you get. So this is where it all gets quite interesting, quite intriguing, but a little bit complicated. So it's like I feel so you've got to do a lot of figuring out now about where you're going and where you're heading. Right, let's just do a quick angel card for generally now of all those things that I've talked about. Yeah, so it's telling you don't worry about money, just look after what you've got and try not to feel so lost about different things. Right, let's have a look at relationships. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, it's like there is a bit of resolving to do. See, you've got the Lovers card here, but that means things can get sorted and can be resolved. It's like there's unfinished business between the both of you. But it is showing me here, look, there is love. So here's your true love card coming out. But again, it's like he doesn't show his thoughts and feelings very easily. Like sometimes it comes across a little bit kind of cold with his emotions. But he is here offering you a lot of love in his own kind of way, which I feel as though is good. But I just get the feeling now, both of you don't trust very easily. So that's something that you've got to start looking at and resolving. And then I feel like as you do that, then you and him can come together a lot closer and everything will start to move forward in the right direction. And just to be clear, if this person isn't in your life yet, then he's definitely coming in because it is showing me that he's offering a lot of love. But I just get the feeling you're getting so bored and so fed up with things, you're wanting change. And I feel with you, don't just sort of put all your energy into changing this straight away. I feel so try and resolve things, but don't, whatever you do, don't let go. I feel as though focus on career first, because I feel like as you do that, that's going to lift you up, empower you, and make you look at other things differently. But we'll have a look at that next. So it's like it's here in the centre now, you've got the Chariot, which is basically saying, look, you've got to keep pushing forward now and making things happen and not shying away from things. So in other words, you've got to fight for what you want. So if you want this relationship, fight for it, make it happen, and then I feel so bit by bit you get there. But it is crossing it with your wish card as if to say, look, is this what you truly want? So if you do, keep pushing, keep fighting, you can get there with it. But if you don't, then maybe it's time to let go and move on. But remember what I said first. I feel so if you could make some changes with career first, I think that could be a very wise, positive move. But I do feel as though also within family, there's a lot of things sort of getting you down at the moment and weighing you down. It's like family seems to be putting a bit of pressure on you. And I feel so when as that pressure builds up, it's like I feel so it's affecting other parts of your life. In other words, it's making you feel more stressed, more wound up. And it's like you try and sort their lives out and you've got your own lives to sort out. And that's not a good mix, is it? It's not a good mix at all. So basically, I feel so you've got to choose your battles wisely. So I don't want you not connect with family, but I do feel like you've got your own problems to sort out without trying to sort everybody else's out. So I just feel as though what it's trying to say to you is that you just need to step back. Because I feel as though it's not doing you any good. It's like you're not resolving, you're not sorting it out. It's almost like they don't want to resolve it. So it just feels that this is not good. So I feel as though it's time now for you to just pull back, do a bit of self-analysing, and start making the changes that are right for you, and stop worrying what everybody else is doing. And the more you can do that, the better it is. And also there's something to do with a will here that's got to be sorted out. And again, the will is the wishes of the person who's wrote them. And I just feel as though for some reason something's got out to you. And I feel like it's been let out the bag because it feels as though somebody wants to wind the situation up a little bit. It's like they want to cause problems. And I just feel as though, you know, what a selfish person. And I just feel as though it's just not good. So it's difficult. I can see you want to try and resolve it and calm it all down, which is not a bad thing to do. But I just feel as though, but there's a lot of things here that are broken and they're not really meant to be fixed, except just calm down over a period of time. In other words, let life kind of naturally lead the way with it all. But I feel like you're sort of coming into the mix and you're trying to sort it all out. And I hate to say it, but I just feel as though you're going to make things worse. And it's not that you're saying anything wrong or doing anything wrong. You know, you're going in with good intentions. But sometimes best intentions don't always work out, do they? So this is what you've got to be careful of a little bit. And it definitely feels that there's certain people around you within family, I feel as though you shouldn't put all your faith in or trust. Because I feel like you haven't quite figured it out yet who's let the cat out of the bag. And I feel as though when you find out, and you will find out, I feel as though you're not going to be best pleased because it's almost like you're supporting them. So, tricky situation. So I feel as though don't worry about all that. Focus on what you've got to be doing. And that is going to be so important for you to sort of get right. Right. Let's see what the angels say about it all. Yeah, relationships and family relationships just need to be sorted out and balanced. So I just feel as though, remember, you can't fix everybody's problems. Right, let's have a look at work and career for you. Now see here, it feels like this is where I feel like I'm being held back. And I can see you definitely letting go of something. And again, I can see you being very independent. And I just feel as though you need something now where you can challenge yourself and sort of focus on those goals. And then I feel like as you do that, then it's like you're building yourself up quite nicely. And there is a new job here for you if you do want that. But I just feel as though, but don't rush into anything. You need to choose the right thing now that's going to suit you and suit your personality. And this is what it's all about. So I don't want you to wait forever, but obviously I don't want you to just jump in and do something that's not right. You need to find the right thing now that's going to draw you, challenge you, and empower you as a person. And that's what you need. And I just feel so it is there for you, but you've got to really sort of sit back and analyse now what you really want to be doing. And if something seems a bit difficult and might take you a bit of time to get there, then I just feel so don't worry about that. Because I just get the feeling sometimes Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? So sometimes it's good to be challenged. You know, it kind of lifts you up, lifts your soul up. So do think about that. Sometimes things that aren't easy doesn't mean, you know, it's a bad thing. I feel it's a good thing. But it just feels though everything seems to be around you, sort of piling the pressure on. And it's like, can you cope with everything? So I know I've said focus on career here first, and then everything else will just slot into place around you, which I stand by that. Or it may make you look at things differently, let's say, and I stand by that as well. But it's like I feel as though you feel like you're being pulled in different directions. You've got to do this and you've got to do that, and you feel like you've got to sort it all out at once. And well, I'm not saying you can't do that, but you are draining your energy more and you're pulling yourself in different directions, and I just get the feeling you could miss something. So it just feels like you just need to sit back and switch off from everybody's problems and just focus on what you need to be doing, and just try and put a bit of attention towards work and career. And then as you do that, I feel so you'll find what you want, it will energize you, then you'll have the right energy and commitment to look at the other things. And again, don't do everything at once when you look at other things, focus on the most important things. So I just feel as though perhaps say a few words with family, but then just let them get on with it. And then I will just then start to say, right, I'm going to start to put my energy next into me personal relationships and decide where all that's going. And here it says showing, look, if you've got any worries and concerns, most of your worries are unfounded. So in other words, it doesn't mean that they're not real, it's just where there's a will, there's a way. So everything can be sorted out around you. And this is what it's all about. So you've got some big decisions to make, but again, you'll make the right decisions. But what I like about this, and I'll show you right at the top here, I've got your victory sword, you making your decisions. And following it down right here in the centre, I've got your victory card coming out. So in other words, as you make your decisions, you're following it all through into action, and it's all working out quite nicely. And that's why sort of past that, you get your new career opportunities. But what is coming in between everything is family. So don't let family interfere what you're trying to do. And again, I do get a bit of jealousy around you. So a lot of things have got to be sorted out and everything will be fine, but you've got to start being true to you. But do watch out for somebody within the workplace, either talking behind your back or stabbing you in the back a little bit. So just watch out from that. And I don't feel like you've got to do anything to sort of really fix that in particular, but just sort of analyse it, know where it's coming from, and don't connect with them in the same ways as you've done in the past. But it's like it feels that you've got this strength, so anything where it feels that you're connecting perhaps with local government or something along those lines, it just feels that could work for you. So when I say local government, health service, police force, local council, just feels like you've got the ability to fit in and mix in with them. It's like, you can be there. Right, so to do a career, in the meantime, just focus on your health. So just build your strength up a little bit now, and then you'll have the energy and the enthusiasm to get on with all these different things. Right, let's have a look at money. Yeah, nothing negative with coming out here with money. Feels though money's absolutely fine. So all I would say is look after your money, look after what you've got. Your outcome is you've got your wheel of fortune. So, there's a lot of positivity going around finances. But it certainly wouldn't hurt you sort of to tidy them up a little bit and see if you can make some savings along the way. But other than that, money's fine. You're going in the right direction. And let's have a look at health. Right, so again, watch your energy levels. Got you feeling a bit drained, a bit tired, a bit run down. So just build your strength up. Keep an eye on your sleep patterns a little bit. Or stop trying worrying about different things, because it doesn't solve anything. It just drains your energy more. And keep an eye on your right knee down to your foot a little bit. Keep an eye on some chesty coughs. Try not to get too stressed out with different things. Watch your eyes. Keep an eye on your feet a little bit, so watch your feet aching a little bit. And then I have got you bringing some kind of regime change in. So this is either diet or exercise, which is absolutely fine, but just don't overdo it and don't make it a chore. So whatever you're doing, get what you want out of it and you'll be fine. And let's have a look over the course of the year now, where life's generally kind of heading. So good things are definitely coming, because here's your victory card. So all I would say is once you start putting a bit of energy into it all, I would say even 6 days, 6 weeks, everything should start unfolding. But try not to even diver a little bit now. You've got to get on with it. Watch out for a bit of talking behind your back. And then as you start to sort all these different things out, a lot of happiness and joy is coming your way. Do watch out what's going on with family, and I feel so within family somebody's not well, and that's why I can see him perhaps sorting out the will. Now don't get me wrong, it's not showing me death, it's not showing me that kind of connection, but I just get the feeling somebody's not well and it's making them think about their long time future. And I feel like they are here for quite a bit longer, but I do feel like they're right what they're doing. So don't think I'm predicting a death and not telling you, because that's not the case. They don't tell me about death, they only tell me about things that can be fixed. But I am being drawn where I feel as though somebody's not well and they've got to start sort of looking after themselves a bit better. And all you've got to do now is tap into your strengths, start pushing yourself forward and choosing wisely now what you want to do with work and career. And then as you do all this, everything seems to come together like a nice jigsaw. Right, let's see what your angels are going to say now over the course of the next year or so. So there's your wishes and dreams. So whatever it is you want, you go and focus on it. This says you've got a lovely positive energy around you, very caring, very healing, very intuitive. You'd be good at looking after people, caring, counselling or social work. And focus on service. This is your key to success. So whatever energy you put into things now, make sure you're doing it to your best of your ability and being there for people and going that extra mile. Start being a bit more assertive, pushing everything forward. Try get some fresh air around you. That will just help clear your thoughts a little bit. But slowly but surely you're getting where you need to be. And also feels like there's going to be a child here that you've got to connect with and sort out. Feels like that child's already here, but they're a bit lost. And I feel you're going to sort of try and step in and sort them out. And it feels like that's connected with family. So again, look after yourself, eat properly, drink properly, sleep properly. And then your outcome card is the acceptance. As if saying, look, you've just got to accept yourself now for who you are, what you are, and all the people that you connect with. It's like we've all got our own unique personalities now, how we sort of connect with people. And as long as we accept each other, then we can get on better. So it just feels though now, it's like almost like it feels like you've got to do what I call a bit of spring cleaning within your life now, tidying things up, sorting things out and not shying away from it. But then you've also got to choose your battles wisely. So don't get involved with everybody's problems, as otherwise they come back to you. And it's like you don't need that negative energy around you. It's like it's interfering. So I would just say tidy a few things up around you in your personal life, then start to focus on your career, shift that energy then towards relationships, and then I feel so you should know what you're doing. And it's like I say, jigsaw, putting in the strategic pieces first, and then everything else will just slot into piece as we go along. So looking pretty good. So if you've got any questions to ask me, feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to go over them with you if I can. And I wish you all the best. So thank you very much for listening, and this is Peter the Clairvoyant. Thank you. Bye-bye.